Court, the movie podcast where Sean
and Mampy.
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
And guess what we saw?
Heart eyes.
That's right, double H or double I's. No double H's, there's no
Double H,
doubles.
double I.
Double H, double I.
Double E.
Double E, double H.
Hey.
Hey, hot, one hot, two hot. That's how many there were. And they were on his mask.
Yes, it's all true. It's a brand new, hot, fresh horror movie.
Woo!
And slash romantic comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Slash bodies cut up.
slash
Killing.
Slash It's a romantic comedy slash What did you think about this movie, Mampy?
Oh man. You know, from the trailer, I was like, this is gonna be crazy. There's gonna be wild deaths. It's gonna be a riot.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be in the same level of like Thanksgiving type stuff.
Thanksgiving?
What is it called?
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I think there is a movie called Thanksgiving. Though.
Yeah, that's why I got confused. That one
The
has
Eli Roth movie?
Yeah, I'm talking about that one. Not the one with the turkey that kills people. That's Thanksgiving. I just realized that. Yes, Thanksgiving in that vein. Not the turkey movie. Not the turkey movie. But gobble. I've never seen it. It looked pretty bad though.
That's an Italian turkey. He's like, gabagool.
Gobble-goo.
Gabagool.
Gobble-goo.
What if a turkey... Hey, guys, what if a turkey was on The Sopranos? He'd probably be like, gabagool.
Gobble-goo. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, where do you come up with that? Wow. Yeah. Wow. And every show you go to, do the turkey. Turkey. Does anyone want to hear any other of my jokes? You know, maybe stuff that goes into my life?
I've got a lot of jokes about how I'm a turkey. That's why I wrote the turkey joke. I believe I am a turkey.
Tell us or we'll eat you. So I was excited.
Yeah.
Mildly excited. Like, okay, good. Well, you know, horror movies, you never know which way it's going to go.
I don't.
And I had a fun time when it was fun. And a not fun time when it wasn't fun.
I think I'm right around the same area.
Yeah.
I think for the fans, like for the the true horror nerds, they're going to have a pretty okay time.
Yeah.
It's nothing revolutionary. But, you know, there's some good kills. The design of the mask is cool.
It's fun.
And that's about all you want from like a kind of mid-tier slasher.
Yeah, I would say mid-tier for sure.
It's not garbage.
No.
It's not even like great, incredible garbage. It's just kind of like, you know, this is a pretty good movie.
It's
what happens?
It's fun.
There's two young sweeties.
Aww.
There's Allie, played by Olivia Holt, and Jay, played by Mason Gooding, and it's Valentine's Day. And they find out that the 2 years prior, there's this guy named the Heart Eyes Killer, H-E-K, which sounds a lot like BTK.
And sounds like heck.
It sounds like heck. And he's out killing couples in love. And they have a little meet cute at the coffee store. And they hit their heads, as you do when you meet someone who's cute. And then she finds out that he is the new guy at work.
No.
And then they have dinner. And then they, spoiler alert, actually this isn't a spoiler alert yet, they kiss. And because the Heart Eyes killer kills people who are in love, he's like, they're in love.
I'm going to kill
them. Or he or
them.
she or they.
You never know.
Spoilers. And then the Heart Eyes Killer comes after him and tries to kill him. And they like sneak a little bit of romantic comedy in there. Honestly, a lot more romantic comedy than I expected. And then there's back and forth between killing and romance and killing and killing.
Yeah, and killing and killing.
If that's the kind of thing you like, you might like it.
You may just be into this movie. And it's fun to have a horror movie you throw on at a certain time of year. You go,
sure.
It's Valentine's.
I mean, it's probably in the top 4 Valentine's horror movies.
Gotta be.
It's no My Bloody Valentine.
No,
It's no Cupid, as I said.
I gotta see Cupid now.
Cupid rules. But that's all we can say without spoiling it.
Because we don't want you to... We want you to go see it and not be spoiled.
I mean, honestly, if you want to be spoiled, just feel free to keep listening. We don't care.
Because we are going to... I mean...
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's tough in a movie like this. If you've seen any movie like this that's like a whodunit, especially one that's a lower budget, you can sort of guess that it's one of the 6 people who are main characters.
Yeah.
It's like a little harder in Scream because there's at least like 12 main characters in most of those. So you're like, is it one of the 12?
Who is it?
Maybe it's that weird teacher.
I do love a misdirect where it's like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see.
Wait a minute. It was that character? I like that kind of stuff.
Well, we're about to spoil all that shit.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to be spoiled, this is your chance to leave.
You have 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
2, 0 seconds left.
The killers are. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we will talk about who they are, but it's not that important. But we are going to talk about everything, so we might accidentally spoil it.
We probably will.
What's the best part of this movie? What's the beef lamb gyro, according to you?
Lamb gyro of heart. Oh, it's so hard because I just want to say the kills because they're just so fun. It's like, oh, this is a fun time.
Well, just say that.
I'll say that. The kills.
What's your favorite kill, though?
Oh, I mean, the one in the trailer's really fun where he stabs the couple's having sex and he stabs the pipe thing through his mouth and then slams her through it.
It's like
tire
it's
iron?
one of those cross-shaped tire irons, and he stabs it through the man, and then he grabs the lady's head and smashes her.
Oh, through
So
it.
it goes through her head, and then we have like a little pull out through the head hole.
That was awesome. That was probably the best shot. It was just like, oh, this is just really... That was fun. That was creative. It looked cool.
We love to have fun at the movies. Or
We
at least
really
I do.
do. Yeah.
You like to have fun at the movies?
That's one of my best... I mean, if I can have fun at the movies, I'm in like a dream world, basically.
Whoa.
I'm like, wow, I've been transported.
Thank you for taking me to Seattle? Where is it?
Seattle. Yeah, I think so.
Maybe?
Where the future release Drop is also set, I'm pretty sure.
I bet it is. And you know what?
What?
I didn't expect the Hard Eyes Killer to stab the Space Needle. He killed the Space
killed it.
Needle itself.
That part was pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it was up. Space Needle was like, meep, meep. Why did you stab me? I am a Space Needle. You know what? We can talk about all the kills
All
if
of
we
them.
remember them all. But first, I must tell you my beef.
Yes,
with
tell me
Ramiro.
your favorite part.
Glowing. Sorry, 3 words. Glowing. That almost makes it sound like 4 because I really added a few extra syllables. Glowing red eyes.
Hey, yeah,
That's my beef lamb gyro.
that was fun.
It's in the trailer, so you know it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. But the way it is deployed is really cool, and it is so it's dark, as
Yes.
it is often in a horror movie. They're in the police, the 2-room police station. Mm-hmm. There's like no rooms past that. That is the sort of budget of this picture.
Yes.
There's like a hallway and 2 rooms. But they don't connect. Like there's not enough money to get people to walk from one into the other.
They'll just kind of disappear from the scene.
Yes, yeah.
You go,
Well,
all right.
he must have gone there.
Yeah.
And it's dark in this police station. And the Hard Eyes Killers, he's like, I got a solution for that. And he clicks, I don't know how, he doesn't show him clicking them on, but I assume he clicks them on, and they go, "Boo."
We love that kind of sound.
And his hard eyes glow red.
His hard
And it's so
eyes.
fucking cool. And there's like a short time when we see in his like Terminator vision, he's like all red Terminator,
Night Vision.
Night Vision,
But
sort of.
Terminator?
I mean, I guess it
Kinda.
is Night Vision,
I don't really
but
know
red
how it
night
works.
vision, not green. Usually
Yeah.
it's green night vision.
But
And I just thought that was awesome.
it was fun because it's so dark in that scene, and then you're like, oh, but not for our old friend Hard Eyes.
Yeah.
Hard Eyes
And
sees
I
all.
just thought in general the mask is really cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's got hard eyes. It's like weird and kind of gross. The smile is cool. There's, for some reason it's yellow and kind of brownish and it looks kind of yucky.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like that. I like when something's kind of yellowish and yucky.
And the hard eyes, it's very recognizable. You know, you go, oh, there he is.
I mean, absolutely.
How
what a
no
great
one-
idea.
I don't know how no one notices him when he's standing in broad, just open spaces staring at people, but it
Pretty
is
difficult.
very cool.
I mean, I guess he does most of his killing at night.
Yeah.
Occasionally he does a wine killing. They're like at a
wine.
winery, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that where they are?
The movie starts on a beautiful engagement, and
Oh, yeah.
our dear Hard Eyes has something to say about that.
It's a good bit. Yeah. They're getting married. They've got a secret photographer to record for their Instagram, I guess. And then Hard Eyes kills all of them with arrows, right?
Well, he stabs the photographer through the head with a sword, right? Or did I
Oh,
make
yes.
that up? Yeah, or
Wait.
sword, or
Does
did
he?
he?
I thought he
remember.
shot down the barrel of the...
Oh, maybe that's what he does. Yeah,
He stabbed someone in the head.
I don't
and-
remember.
And he also has these, like, extendo arrows that
Yeah.
I don't entirely understand. And that somehow later one of the characters knows how to use.
Oh yeah, that was wild.
I mean, it's cool. I have no idea how it happens.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know how the person who is not Hard Eyes knows how to extend these arrows, but that's for later.
that's for
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll get there later.
Actually, that's not for later. I don't really mention it, but it is weird. It's a little confusing.
It is a little confused. Let's chalk it up to maybe it was on accident. He just accidentally
Yeah.
clicked that. It's
Yeah,
like
he
a
was holding. He was like,
mechanical
"What the?"
pistol. Oh, whoops.
So, what else is good about this movie? Do you have more euros? Do you,
no.
or do you hate it?
No, I had
Do you hate
like
this fucking movie?
all of the like killer stuff and running for the killer stuff. I was like, okay, I'm having a fun time. Like this part's fun. I'm enjoying it. Like I love when they're like in her apartment after the dude has cut his hand on the glass
Yes.
because he's trying to be all cool, and
He
he's
is
like,
trying to be
oh
cool.
fuck, I cut my entire hand.
Yeah.
up. Which. By the way, I don't. It is funny that they just commit a crime and they're like, "Hey, that's cool. Let's
It's
just break
weird
in."
that they commit that crime because it seems like a place like that probably has a concierge or
You
someone,
would
right?
think, but
Who knows? Maybe
knows?
maybe Seattle is trash.
it could be.
To our listeners in Seattle, tweet at us at Food Court Cast. Is your city trash?
Let us know. We've
Let
been
us
wondering.
know. We'll see you in the comments.
See you in the comment.
Just put a heart in the comment and say Seattle is trash, or on the other hand, Seattle is not trash. Seattle's
Yes,
great.
you could tell us that, but
It's up to you.
yeah, it's up to you. And just the only way we'll see it though is if you put 5 stars, just so it goes to the top so we can see
Yeah,
that
we're gonna need 5 stars.
We're gonna
Pardon me.
need- we only
Sorry,
read 5-star
it's a long day.
reviews.
Yeah, we
So
don't know. We like to not learn anything.
If you want to say something bad to us, just make sure you leave the
Give us a 5 star. Give us 5 stars. We'll see you.
We'll see
you in the comments.
We'll see you there. But when they
oh.
get up to the room and they're having like a sweet moment, and she just goes to the closet, it's very nonchalant that Hard Eyes is just like,
Oh,
right
yes.
there. I was like, oh, that was nice. And
was
the
good.
whole fight. Yeah, I like any of those moments. They like run past the cab, and Hard Eyes shoots the cab driver.
Oh,
the head.
yes.
He's like, "Oh, the lovely cup."
Skaboosh.
That guy is dead.
You ain't kidding.
I am not. And of
Why would
course,
you kid about that?
the first big death. Well, third big death, I guess, at the
Yeah.
beginning. Wow, that was a fun one.
You talking about the smushy lady?
Smushy lady.
they're they're at a winery, and there's a crushing machine that certainly doesn't exist, right? Or maybe it does. I
For
don't
the
know.
grapes, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how
Maybe
you
that's how
make
they do
wine. Let us know if you're a whiner. What is a whiner called?
I know it, but I don't
Person
know
who
it.
makes wine?
A winemaker.
I mean, that's probably right. It's just it's not as exciting as I
What
wanted
is the
it
one
to be.
for the one who knows all about wines?
That's a sommelier.
The sommelier.
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 Sommelier. So they crush this lady. That's all I'm trying to say. They crush her. There's a machine that crushes. It crushes grapes in theory, but
Yes.
oops, there's a lady in there, and she gets crushed. And the way they show her crushing, she's inside it, and then they cut to outside of it where there's a little crushing window.
Yeah.
In case you want to watch those, it's probably if they have tours of the grape crusher.
Yeah. Watch
They're
the
like, hey,
grapes
check
get
this out. Look
crushed."
at this shit get crushed. But it crushes a lady, and her eyeballs and head splat into the glass. And
Pretty
it's
wild.
pretty cool.
As a rule of thumb, never climb into a machine in general because there's
No.
a high chance whatever it does will kill you.
I mean, especially in a slasher movie.
That's the first step. You gotta know. This is why I like Scream. They
Yeah.
understand we are in
These
a
are the
slasher
rules.
movie. We have to. They of course break all the rules and get
Yes.
killed anyway, but at least they're acknowledging it.
That should be one of the rules, though.
Yeah.
Don't crawl into a smashing machine.
Please, you will not. Here, let's hide in the back of this dump truck. No, don't do it. You're gonna get crushed.
Let's hide in this enormous blender.
Yeah, surely.
I think they have one of those in like Jigsaw, right? Isn't there
Probably.
an enormous blender?
You just have to get the key inside of this blender. Oh God.
I mean, Jigsaw's gone plumb loco. Actually, no, Jigsaw's before he's gone plumb loco, right? Is
Oh,
he still
yeah.
alive in that? Is it a prequel? Who knows? Tweet
I
at
have
us at
no
Food
idea.
Courtcast.
I
I
never
love
saw
those
that one.
movies. I don't remember what happens when. There's so many things, and every new movie, there's like a new wrinkle that happened like 3 weeks ago, and after the second one, but 3 weeks before the fourth one. I don't know.
minutes ago. Yeah.
I'll tell you what's good though.
What?
I'm gonna give this an A for effort.
Ooh.
This is just. I think what they tried to do is very admirable.
Yes.
They tried to make it a slasher movie and a working romantic comedy.
True. Yeah.
They gave the romantic comedy space, and I don't think it worked that great.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But I admired the fact that they tried to do it,
yeah.
because I think we watch all the horror movies,
We did.
and even in the great ones, rarely are they trying to do anything even slightly new, other than just like kills. Wouldn't
Yeah.
it be cool if someone got killed in a brand new way?
yeah,
And
exactly.
that's the way you do something novel in most slasher movies. Is you're like, oh well, I don't know, he gets thrown onto a duck. There's 10 ducks, and the ducks eat
10
him.
ducks, yeah.
And his character's name is the Duck Man.
The Duck Man.
And that's how you think another great idea like that. And I think they're kind of cute together, but I think some of the jokey stuff is not as good as the killy stuff.
Yeah, I
which
agree.
is the hard part about it.
They're
But
both-
I truly do applaud them.
Look, both charming folks.
They're hot. They're both hot.
We love to see it, but sometimes you just, no matter how hard you try, you just can't make the character development stuff work. Horror is the hardest one because you're like, I just want to see them get attacked or we don't really. Oh, my mother never. Like it's like okay, just.
I remember when.
And the real reason I never opened up, and it always feels so funny, like that it's coming out at those points. You're like,
Yeah.
dude, if I was hiding from a killer in a car, I would not. I would be silent probably. I'd
Yeah.
just be like,
This reminds me. Can I just tell you while we're here? This reminds me of the time I went to the supermarket and I'm scared of dogs, so and I won't bemoan anybody else having a dog, but I'm frightened of them. And it's like, oh God, you got to be quiet.
you gotta stop.
There's a murderer there.
I did like how they messed with the tension by having the couple like having sex in the background, and you can just
Yes.
keep hearing them throughout. I was like,
funny.
that's nice.
It was funny.
It was fun to see Hard Eyes walking around all the cars or killing random. Hey man, what's that
he
kind of
was having a great time.
yeah, he was.
You know what else was pretty good in this movie?
What?
My Final Beef Lamb Gyro.
Oh, what?
Not the best,
Not the
but it is pretty good.
This is the meat that fell out. You know, as you're eating a gyro, the meat's gonna meat's
There's
gonna
some
fall
meat
out.
on the side.
And you kind of scoop it up. You know when you go
and-
down the food tunnel
Yes.
and you can't, you just don't care anymore. You're like, I wish I could see everyone's most vile like food moment because I know it's gonna be hilarious.
It's rough. I think I eat so fast, so I probably look just horrible.
Yeah.
I'm a little piggy.
You know.
So, this is where we're really spoiling.
Yes.
There's a lady detective, and she is the Hard Eyes killer.
Ding, ding,
And
ding,
even
ding, ding, ding.
furthermore, there's just an Asian guy
Yeah.
who works there, and his name is David for some reason.
David, yeah.
And he too is the Hard Eyes killer.
Yes.
And so they're doing some killing. They're for some reason in church.
Yeah.
And our leading lady Allie. Does she find I don't remember what she does it with. Does she find a shovel or something when she kills the other lady?
I think she just throws her into the sword.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's for some reason a huge sword statue, and Lady Hard Eyes gets thrown into it. The top of it goes through her neck, and we start to see the body detach from the head.
yeah,
and
I was
there's
like,
little
ooh,
bits
dang.
of like muscle and sinew tearing, and it's quite yucky and very good.
Yeah, that was really well done. And I love
like that.
the metal straw going through her neck.
Oh,
Like
that
the
was good,
blood
too.
Spitting out. I was like, that was fun. Because the whole thing with our lead lady is that she hates blood, but
She does.
she needed this to get on her career of being a doctor.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There's a similar straw gag in another movie I watched this week.
Really?
Which I will not spoil.
Don't spoil.
Will I spoil?
I don't
I mean, it doesn't really matter. No one's gonna watch this movie, so I probably could spoil it, but I won't spoil it.
All right.
Just in case.
Just
Do
in
you have any
case.
other kind things to say about this movie? before
I
we talk?
really liked when they revealed David as the Hard Eyes killer because it was so underwhelming on purpose. And they're like, who are you? And the first Hard Eyes they kill, they're like, who the hell is that? Which I like.
yes.
We'd never seen the person.
That was
But
really good.
Nice. I was like, oh, yeah, what the fuck?
I forgot that there were 3 Hard Eyes.
Yeah, I liked that. I thought that was a nice little element. These kinky thruples out there.
And I thank you for reminding me because it was one of the things I liked. I also enjoyed the fact that it was the classic Scream reveal or the classic whatever reveal. And like you see him and you go, I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know. Yeah.
Have we met that character?
Yeah. And then
bit.
when David's revealed, they're like, the guy, he's like, me from the. I was like, that was nice. That was a
good.
nice moment. And then the detective, I started to suspect, especially when they didn't show her death. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
that's
The
a
lady one?
classic. Yeah, I was like, that's
She's a dirty
classic.
birdie.
She's a wild one.
And Devon Sawa plays the man detective from The Final Destination. Just the first one, I think. Wait, is he in the second
Okay.
one? He lives, but is he in the
lives?
second one?
That's a good question.
I don't think he is.
Sometimes they let characters
Oh.
go have a whole life.
I feel like they write him out like he dies in between the movies.
Oh, dang.
Spoiler
That
alert. Sorry. Spoiler alert. Oops.
That
oops.
to me
oops.
is the worst. Between movies, you die. I always hate that. I'm like, oh,
I mean,
come on.
this is what happens, man.
Unless you did something horrible, I guess I get that. Like in real life.
Yeah.
Like in Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Or like in between the Matrix and the Matrix Revolutions and Reloaded, when is it Tank or Dozer wanted too much money?
Oh,
I think it's Tank, right?
Tank?
Who's the big one?
I
They
don't
both sound
know.
like the big one.
Yeah, they both. Man, let's call
Hey.
Tank the big one.
Tweet at us.
No,
which
Dozer.
one is bigger in the Matrix? Well, he wanted too much money, so they just got some other guy.
And I love that he
But he's
did
not.
not.
He's not playing the same character.
No,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
helpful.
It was good to delineate. It's like, okay, that's a different guy. That's
I do
different
like
guy.
that guy a lot.
He's
I like
great.
the guy in the first one, and I like the guy in the second and third one.
I love that. The second and third guy is great.
Mm-hmm.
He's a class act.
Is there anything else?
I like that big death at the end. I like the arrow through the nose. So that was awesome.
Yes,
I
it
thought
was
that was
gross.
great. It was like, oh, yikes. And I love how fucked up that guy got. He had all these candles fall on him and like wax. And then he gets up at the end and he's like, oh. They kill him, of course, which is great.
You gotta kill him.
I, in general, thought it was funny how many times they just like kick or punch or throw Hard Eyes. Like,
Yes.
I thought Ghostface got beat up a lot, but this
Yeah.
took the cake. I was like, oh, they're just
Hard Eyes gets his ass kicked,
yeah, a lot.
and
But-
one Hard Eyes gets killed before you even know it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, dang.
He's dead. It's over.
But that Hard Eyes maybe was the most brutal. Well, I guess the wine one. That one's pretty brutal.
Who? I don't remember who was inside the wine.
Me neither. I think maybe David. I don't know.
Crazy David.
Crazy David.
Is it time to talk shit about this movie yet?
I think it is time to
Okay.
switch over to the bad stuff.
It's time for the low main. I'll tell you mine.
What?
This is just Scream.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the low main.
Yeah.
It is, and you know, we both like Scream a lot. But that is all it is.
Yeah.
Even especially the end, and also the fact that they kill one early is like a Scream move. Even though
Yeah.
I don't think they've done that in one of the Scream movies, it's like a Scream move because it's the kind of thing that might that like bucks up against the genre and
Yeah,
says,
a little
"Oh, they never get
subversion.
killed this early." Well, that's the kind of crazy shit that Scream does.
Exactly.
And when they like are revealed at the end, and it's like, oh, it's so many of us. There's so many screamers.
So
we're
many.
all the screamers. Yeah. So
And-
it's yeah.
In the latest Scream, there was also 3 killers, so it's like we're getting a little closer.
Yes. I was thankful that the mask is cool.
Yeah.
And I
that's
was
fun.
thankful that it was just kind of a fun movie. But it is real. It's just Scream.
Yeah, and I have a soft spot for Scream, so
Yeah.
even when they're not great, I think I still prefer them. It's hard to compete with a built-in like story and character,
Yeah.
like kind of where you're going with it. And this kind of sometimes was a little ham-fisted with how it handled it, and I was like, I don't think this is really doing it for me because I
Sounds
like.
to me like you got a lo mein.
I do
brewing.
have a lo mein brewing.
Are you brewing a lo mein?
Yeah, for me, just a general. I think the humor overall just really whiffed. I was like, this ain't working for me.
Some of the killings were funny in a good way.
Yes, that's great. I
The
love
way
when
those were treated was good.
horror is a great place to do like gross or crazy comedy, dark
Yeah.
stuff. It's fun, but with them trying so hard to make it like a romantic comedy, it really sometimes fell just too much into that, where it's just like,
Yes.
which kind of starts to go like, who is this for? Like, is it for a couple that like the guy likes horror and she likes? But
I mean,
she
maybe.
enjoy the other parts at all because it's so brutal.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
I guess
Not that it has to be binary like that. It could be the other way, or it could be 2 days, or it could be 1 day, it could be anything.
it could be just a person alone.
It could.
Some fucking loser like me.
It often is.
Just watching it alone.
9
Sad.
out of 10 movie watchers are alone.
Did you know that 1 out of 10 movie watchers kills themselves immediately after watching the movie? It's sad. It's sad, but it's true. That's why you shouldn't go to the movies.
That's why
you have
should.
a 10% chance to kill yourself.
That's why you should not watch Melancholia at home alone when you're already
Yeah.
feeling a little down, because it will give you some ideas.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say on it.
Yeah. Watch something like, I don't know, Hard Eyes.
Mufasa Returns. Something like this.
Watch Mufasa 2, The Return of Mufasa, when Mufasa was a kid.
Yeah.
What if Mufasa was CGI and a kid?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Doesn't that sound good?
I want to see it today.
From the director of Moonlight, it's a CGI lion.
Is that really?
It
Oh
is.
no! How
Yeah.
the mighty have fallen. Well,
is
actually,
sad.
probably made a ton of money. So
Oh yeah, sure.
good for you.
But yeah, pretty depressing.
Couldn't bring myself to do it. I just couldn't.
I'm sure it'll truly play another 2 months
Probably.
because it's been like the top movie off and on since it came out. Mm-hmm. Just because that's what happens with kids movies. That's why Inside Out 2 was so big last year. It's
True.
just
Yeah.
it'll stay in theaters
Endless.
for 3 or 4 months, and when parents are like, fuck, I hate my fucking kids. Why did I have kids? I'm such a fucking idiot. Sean kept telling me to not have
Don't
kids.
have children.
But I'm a fucking idiot, and I did it anyway. Well,
I have to
hey,
see
you little
Mufasa.
fuckers, watch Mufasa. I'm gonna. You can drink at the theater now. I'm gonna get a fucking drink. God, I hate my fucking life.
Mufasa. Yeah,
Watch it. Watch Mufasa.
watch.
That's his
Mufasa.
brother. He turns into Scar.
But
Yeah,
it's
they
his
sound-
adopted brother.
Yeah, and for some reason, Scar, of course, grows up to be like a British man.
Yes, I've always wondered why did they have? Oh, he was a British lion, and then they adopted the American
They
lion.
got him from England.
All along. I was just
Yeah.
wondering. But
Yeah, it's a British African lion, and they found
an African American.
an African American lion. That's smart. Yeah. Hello.
Mufasa.
Hello.
Hi.
Is that a good James Earl Jones impression? Hello.
You gotta go in that zone.
Is that what he sounds like?
It's not words,
Oh.
but that's the vibe.
I don't think I can get low enough to talk like him.
What? I can't do it. It doesn't work. I can't figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what.
I don't know what you're doing. What you were doing is Barbarian, the title character from Barbarian, the Barbarian.
See, what I was trying to do, you try to get into the feel. But I couldn't get there. Sometimes it doesn't work out.
I am in no position to give you notes.
Simba.
That's pretty good.
Simba.
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 Sinbad.
Okay, we gotta stop this.
We have to, yeah, we're okay. Hard eyes. But overall, like I liked the idea of her going to the airport, like a romantic comedy, and like running and like, oh, I found you, but it just didn't quite work and wasn't that funny. And
Why
I was
did she
like,
go to the what happened when she went to the airport?
she went to go stop him from getting on the plane, the love
Yeah.
of her life.
Yeah.
And then she grabs some random dude and is like, don't
yeah.
leave. But like, it just didn't quite work that
No.
well. And
It didn't.
I like that there was more to the movie because I was like, wow, it felt like so fast actually.
Yes.
Which sometimes is a relief, but
Happens to the best of us.
it does. It really does.
So my second low main, and I've already mentioned this, is in addition to the comedy, as you mentioned, not working very well, the romance doesn't really work.
Yeah, it's a lot.
As much as I admire it, and I did mention that I do admire it, I don't think it is that romantic. Like they don't seem like they have that much chemistry with each other.
No.
And though they are both attractive, they maybe aren't that attractive together. Like they just whatever. Maybe they didn't like each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe they liked each other as friends.
Well,
But
it
doesn't
was-
seem like they're desperate to have sex with each other.
No, I mean, and then like their interactions, I know it was supposed to be combative and like standoffish.
Yes,
but
a classic trope of the romantic comedy.
yes, classic trope. But it also just felt like it continued throughout the whole movie, really, and then kind of suddenly they were desperately in love, and I was like, I don't. How did we get there?
When did you guys fall in love?
You were just like yelling at her for getting arrested. Like it just was
Yeah.
odd. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't do much with a. I did.
Go on.
I did like how when they were leaving the police station, he saves her from being hit by a car, and then he's on top of her. And
Yes.
it's like more proof for Hard Eyes, which I like because they're like,
Yeah.
no, we're really not together. I like that kind of bit.
We're really.
We
Listen,
swear.
I would never get on top of her.
Not once.
I don't like white women.
I don't like that.
It is also, I mean, obviously adding to the screamification, the fact
yeah.
that like Mason Gooding was in a Scream movie.
Yeah, and two of them. Yeah.
Oh, was he? Oh, yeah.
So
Did he
you're
die in the
like,
second one?
he almost does.
But he's probably gonna be in the next one, right?
Probably. I don't
Do they
know.
have any idea what's going? Like every time I read about the cast, it's like a new person who was a main
Has
character
left.
gets fired, and a person who was a main character 4 movies ago is hired.
I'm just like, you just stop. Don't make it anymore. Like it just when this many things impede it, it's just like just don't do it. There's no point. I mean, money, but
This is stupid, but I'm the tiniest bit interested with the fact that Kevin Williamson is back.
Kevin
But-
Williamson.
At the same time, there's no way it can be good, right?
Yeah,
or maybe
I
it'll
don't
be
know.
good. I don't know. It's
Yeah, there were parts of the last one, but even that movie, like all of the character, like, well, actually, it's like, what do we don't need this. This is stupid.
Oh, my brother was the son of the aunt of the killer.
Yeah. When I was in Scream 4, I really had to think about stuff. It's like, all right, I don't.
And that's why I'm a killer now.
Yeah.
Remember when that movie happened? Now I'm mad.
Now I'm mad. It was funny though that they like built up this like ghost of the old killer and this character, and then they just got rid of the character.
Yes.
Like, that's insane.
Yeah. It's
continue.
it's wild.
Very weird, but I think I still prefer even that one that wasn't that great to this. It just,
Hard Eyes.
I don't know, yeah. It had fun stuff.
This is one of those movies that I had a fun time, and truly, if it's a Valentine's Day in 4 years,
Yeah.
and someone's like, "Well, we already watched My Bloody Valentine. We already watched Cupid.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to watch?" And I'm like, "Was it
Oh.
Hard Eyes?
Hard Eyes. Yeah, I do remember that.
I might do that."
Oh, I forgot all about that one.
Like if
yeah.
someone Googles Valentine's Day horror movies
They'll be
and Hard Eyes comes up 12th, I'll be like, no, that's like top 4 or 5. It's not bad.
Yeah.
That's about as much as I can say, sadly.
Yeah, not bad. It was, yeah, I had fun, but yeah, definitely not one I'd probably just pop on. It has a little too much monotonous stuff.
There is some monotonous love.
Yeah. Girl, you gotta do the. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm ready to.
And just the fact that they're like advertising. It's like
that whole thing did not work. I'll put that in my low parts. That whole like, and I like the actress that they had for the boss lady.
oh
but
yeah.
It
Who
just
the fuck is that?
I've seen her in lots of stuff. She's a great actor and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it just, I don't know. It just didn't work. Or sometimes when they try to write stuff like, oh, they're a badass, it just comes off so dumb and not good. And I just,
Especially when they're not at all like scary.
yeah, it's like,
Like, she's evil. She's the worst piece of shit who ever lived. And then it's just some lady's like, you know what? This is bad.
yeah,
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
And a strange southern accent
Yeah.
in Seattle. It's just
The
like,
accent was odd, yeah.
weird, like not a good, like a cartoony
Very,
southern
yeah.
accent, which is fine. I love cartoons, but
Yeah, love 'em
it does
too.
seem weird.
This was off-put. Like, just was like, this is weird. And
Hi there, you're bad.
yeah. Also, like, the ad campaign was so, like, over the top that the main lady made. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, this would have never, like,
The Titanic ad campaign.
yeah, there was just never a point where that, like, seemed, like, realistic that would pass as a
No.
idea. Like, who would?
What was the one that ended up working?
I don't even know anymore. Did they
knows?
show it? I don't remember.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows what happens? One thing I do know,
What?
hopefully this made enough money and they're gonna make a sequel, right?
Maybe. I mean, I like the way they did the heart in the sky, and then they
That was good.
had another one come up. I went, oh, maybe
Remember?
harder. There's probably, they can always do the apprentice of the.
Sure.
Killers.
Or any motherfucker can be hard eyes.
Yeah, true. It is
That's
true.
the beauty. Is
Someone
any
can
motherfucker.
pick up the mask.
And truly, if they want to get away from the Scream thing, it should be any motherfucker. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be someone who's a second cousin of the original killers.
Yeah, please
It
don't.
doesn't have to be like some other Asian guy who
Yeah.
was the great uncle of David, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you killed my great nephew."
Yeah, I don't see. I won't. I guess if people haven't seen the new Scream, I already said there were multiple killers. I
a
like
lot
that
of killers, yeah.
they subverted the beginning by killing a killer. That was I was
Yes.
like, if you play around, it's fun. But when something's already doing that, yeah, you can't just be like, we'll do it too, because then I'm gonna always compare you.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're gonna go. Well, that's not Scream.
Yeah, I
This
could
thing
just
that
be
is
watching-
exactly like Scream isn't Scream,
yeah.
which is tough.
You can't compete with Ghostface either. It's too iconic. I'm sorry.
Ghostface is a really good costume.
It's too good.
Hard Eyes is cool too.
It is cool.
Say it. That's one
I
of the
just-
best things is the costume. But
Black and white is so. It's graphic. It's
That's true.
stark. You just can't. You can't.
it's cool in the dark too. Like if I think this was another one of my dub ideas, but like it seems like the Hard Eyes should have been on more.
Yeah.
I loved them so much, and I wanted them to be on more.
Yeah, they were
That's all.
cool. I'll just leave them on. Honestly.
Just leave them on.
Outside at night, why aren't they always on?
Yeah, you want to see shit, don't you, Hard Eyes?
Yeah, you're trying to chase them in the dark. Nothing beats the Silence of the Lambs night vision scene, though. That is amazing. So good.
I love being in a basement with Buffalo Bill.
Oh, freaky stuff.
He's cool, man.
Ooh. Or how about the one in Quarantine? When they're up. Did you remember? Or what was it called? Yeah, Quarantine.
The Spanish, yeah, it's a remake of Wreck. The Spanish
Yes,
movie?
yes. Where they're upstairs.
So scary.
That is wild. But that's the rare time where I like both of them. Like, I like the American and the original. Like, I think
Yeah.
they're both fun in different ways.
Have you seen Wreck 2?
That movie's awesome.
Holy fuck,
That
what a
is
good movie.
great. I love movies that pick up right after. I think
Yeah.
that is the coolest
Let's
thing
go.
ever. It's like,
Especially
this
when
is
they make it work.
awesome.
It doesn't
Yeah.
often work,
It
but
doesn't, yeah.
when they do it in that, it's like
Just
so
go,
good.
oh, it's because it's so fun to not be like 10 years later. It's like, no, it's still happening.
It's still going, baby. It still fucking sucks.
Yeah, Rec 1 and 2 are really good. I mean, even the wedding one's kind of fun.
It's pretty fun.
Dumb, but it's fun.
Not as good as the first two, but it is pretty fun.
It is fun.
You know what else is fun?
What?
Other movies.
Yes.
If you don't mind, we'd like to talk to you about other movies we watched this week, which brings us to a little segment called Panda Express Presents. Express yourself about the movies you watched this week. Play that theme song.
Ding 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 bank bank bank. It's time for the Panda Express. Boop boop, because we got some things expressed. Ding ding about the things we watched. Boop boop this week. Da 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 bum.
Did you watch anything this week?
I did.
What?
I watched a movie. Pretty
I
exciting.
watched two things, so let me go first.
You go
so we
first.
can keep it even. One, I've been rewatching The Trips.
Love them.
If our faithful listeners haven't watched any of The Trips, it's Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon, two British comedians, and they are going on a food tour of, in the first one, England, and then Italy, and then maybe Spain or some shit. Who knows? But they are really funny.
Yeah,
That's
they're
it.
so good.
I regret to inform you, I've been watching the series,
Oh, yeah.
which is like slightly longer and also slightly more depressing. Like they put in more depressing things
Yes.
in the series than in the movies, but they're just so fucking funny.
I think I prefer the series. I thought it was, it's just like, you get,
Really good.
really nice. Have you been watching the first, or what batch of?
I have watched the first series. For some reason, for the longest time, the first series was the only thing available.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Like at some point, I bought it, but the
Nice.
other series, at least for a person like me who doesn't have like a region-free whatever, that was the only thing I could watch. But for some reason now it's on Acorn. Hey, check out Acorn TV.
Whoa.
It's on Acorn TV. All of the episodes are on there. And I saw that there's going to be a new trip, which really brought me great joy.
Yeah,
so I
that's
had to
very
go
exciting.
back.
Was the last one? Well, I don't want to spoil it for people.
Don't spoil it. But it's
I
also sad.
Love them all. I think the second's still my favorite.
Second's
that
really
one's
good.
just awesome. Awesome
They're
movie.
so good. They're so funny. They just sit and are funny.
I love it. It's so
Great
fun to
idea.
watch. Men to Bed, that whole thing is so funny. It's so good. But we rise at 8:30.
8 for 9.
Yeah, 8 for 9. So good.
That's the best.
You weren't supposed to blow the bloody doors on. I love it. If no one's seen it, they don't know what we're doing, but I love it.
They have no idea what we're doing.
Even
Also,
more
it is, I will say it's a tough one if you don't know the entire history of British comedy, because there's a lot of references to British comedy.
True.
But at the same time, I don't know all of them, and it's still really funny.
Yeah, I want to do a research study, video essay, paper, a report on why on how it can still a joke or a humor can still land even when you don't know the references, because sometimes you're still just like, that was so funny.
It was so funny. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever thought of. But it's at some point I was like, I should do like a bibliography of the movies.
Oh,
Because there's like a lot of stuff that I do know, but there's so much stuff that I don't. Like they're doing voices of like, British comedians from, the 90s or some shit, or some like presenter from a talk show that I maybe have heard of. But I at some point I was like, I should do a bibliography. I just like write down all the references. I post little YouTube clips, but that would be stupid.
You never
I'm not
know.
gonna do it.
A lot of people start doing stuff like that, and I go, this is kind of stupid, but it blows up and people love it. So you may be onto something,
The trip heads, they're gonna come for me.
I go, whoa, this bloke gets it.
Let's just go.
I'm Steve Coogan, and I'm inviting you to my villa to have dinner. And, that's how it goes. The next stop.
What? How does the joke? There's one joke in the first one where Steve Coogan is having a dream. Some guy comes up to him with a newspaper, and he's like, "Hey, look at this newspaper," and it says, "Coogan is a cunt." And he's like, "What? Nobody. Who said that?" And then he unfolds it, and like below the fold, it says Dad.
That's so funny. That's so amazing. Good. What a good bit.
Good joke.
What
a good show.
Yeah, such good humor. I really the commitment to the. I mean, we're both big Alan Partridge fans.
Yes.
The bits are so good, and
so
I would love to watch Trip bloopers. I want to see the Trip bloops.
Oh my god!
Show me the bloops.
This is another one of my dumb ideas, but I've always wanted to make a movie that is only comprised of the bloopers.
Yes, that'd be great.
It's an entire movie where like people are just about to laugh, or cracking up, or going.
Yeah.
And that's the whole movie. Impossible to make, probably.
Impossible.
But wouldn't it be crazy? You would die watching.
You just keep all of the scenes that they
There's
messed up.
nothing better than a blooper.
I honestly will watch bloopers of shows and movies more so than the actual thing. So I think you're onto
There's
something.
nothing better.
It's so nice.
Got
to
it?
see. I really love serious movie bloopers where it's like dramatic
yeah.
and then they just start laughing. It's
Yeah.
really nice. Like,
That's good.
That's pretty
Did you
cool.
want to like?
Oh, I
watch a movie
did.
with me? You did?
I watched quite a film.
Tell me.
I will tell you the reason I watched this movie after I tell you what the movie is.
Okay. Good.
As
That's a
you
good order.
Would typically do it.
I mean, you don't have to do it that way.
I could tell you the context.
Try it the other way.
That way, yeah. I was sitting at home and I was
Looking around
looking
for
on
a movie.
Yeah, well, I was actually on my phone and I came across a video of this guy playing a video game. Some sort of survival horror, and I was like, "What is this?" And in the dark, we hear this sound, do 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 do. And I went, "What is that? That's very familiar." Do 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 do. And out of the shadows comes a Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. And he is playing a survival horror where he's running from the Spinosaurus, and the Spinosaurus has that jingle because he ate the guy who had the satellite phone. So it's in his stomach. So that's how you know he's near. And I went, this is pretty thrilling. I want to rewatch Jurassic Park 3.
And how'd it go?
I did. I watched it. Definitely the third best.
Yeah.
And it's not as bad as the Jurassic Worlds.
No.
So
I think it kind of kicks ass.
it's got some really fun sequences. I
Yeah.
don't think it's the best or anywhere near, but
No.
it's just a fun time. Its greatest problem is that it, did not bring together the two main characters for the first movie. It
Yes.
separated them. I was like, why did you do that?
Bad
It
idea.
was a little odd. But other than that, I thought it worked. And
Yeah.
it was pretty fun.
It's fun. It's cool because it's like it just goes, well, what if these were a horror movie?
Yeah.
And like Jurassic Park is kind of a horror movie, and Jurassic Park 2 is kind of a horror movie. Like there's definitely elements of horror throughout.
Yes.
But the third one is just like, this is just a horror movie.
This is, yeah.
That's the whole movie. It's a horror movie.
The freaking Spinosaurus, some of those scenes, I was like, God, this is actually pretty intense.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, when the freaking lady's like underwater being like kind of drowned and the claws like slashing her, I was like, Jesus.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. There was some character stuff where I was like, it's really hard for me to care about some of these people, but
Yeah. Definitely.
and I do really like, there's a part where a man who was in a parachute's been just pecked at to death by pterodactyls, and his body falls on, I think her name's Tay Leone. She falls on her, and she's like, and it's like a 5-minute scene of her just tangled up with the skeleton. I was like, this is crazy, but it was fun.
That's cool.
I mean, the dream sequence, we can address it. where he wakes up.
Dream sequence.
Alan Grant, our main character from the first movie, he wakes up on the plane. There's no one else on the plane.
Oh.
And he turns and there's just a raptor that goes, Alan. It's insanity, but it's so
really,
funny.
Really insane.
It's so funny, but I said whatever. I'm still gonna like this movie.
You know, one stupid scene can't keep me from liking the movie.
Hey, it takes. I think. Okay, what's your
It's a
limit?
village.
I think 6 stupid scenes. I'm like, all right.
Now it's tough because there's some scenes that are so stupid that they sort of ruin the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Like there's this one. Have you seen A Ghost Story?
I've started it, but never. Yeah,
I thought it was kind of awesome, and even liked the end a lot. And I thought it was good. But there's one scene in the middle somewhere, and it sucks so bad that I just haven't watched it. And I probably will never watch it again because it really sucks.
Really, dang.
Just like annoying characters being annoying.
Ugh.
And it's like I don't like these people, and I don't want to. I don't want to see them talking.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just not going to watch your movie again. I would like to, but I'm not going to
Oh man.
until you cut it out.
There's so many times where I just want to re-edit a movie
Yeah.
and just change a little. It's like I just tweaked it just a second.
Just get rid of it. Sorry for yawning so much.
It's
I'm
fine.
sleepy.
It's fine.
My final.
Final.
Panda.
This is it.
I watched Love Heart Hurts with Kei Kwan.
Ooh.
And whatever the lady from West Side Story is. What is her name? The very hot lady from
I
West Side
forget.
Story.
She's playing Snow White.
No, the other hot lady.
Oh,
Like
the
the
other
really
hot lady.
hot lady.
Oh, the other hot lady.
Like,
I don't know her name.
she's only done bad movies since then, for some reason.
Dang it.
But in this movie, Love Hurts, Kei Kwan plays a real estate agent. But he, like every character in an action movie now, used to be a hitman.
Yeah, classic.
And it is not good, but the fight scenes kind of kick ass, and he's really good at the fight scenes.
He is great at fighting.
And someone should make a good movie for him to be in.
Yeah.
Because the choreography is really good in it, and he does a lot of it. Like, you can see him do a lot of the choreography, and it absolutely kicks ass because he's just very athletic.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
he should be in a good movie where he does kung fu shit.
Yeah.
This unfortunately was not it. And like, if you just want to watch cutscenes of kung fu, it's pretty good for that. But the rest of it kind of blows.
It had that vibe from the trailer. I was like,
blows.
I love this guy, but
He really, and there's like a few moments when he needs to emote, and even though like it doesn't work, like the movie itself doesn't make it work.
Yeah.
He's great in the scenes of the emotion, but it's just like you don't believe any of the shit because it's not very good. But you're like, oh damn, he's really doing a good job inside of this shit. Not that it's not shit; it's just not good,
yeah, I feel
which
that.
is too bad. But the good fights.
Hey, I
So
love
if
a
you're
good fight.
listening, Hollywood, I want to see another movie with Kei Kwan in it. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think he's great,
give him a chance.
and he fights real good. And it's easy to make like a little friendly guy who can do lots of cool kung fu shit.
We love
That's
it.
an easy idea for a movie. So just make a good one.
I want to
That's all I
see
ask.
him and Jackie together.
Ariana
fighting
DeBose
together.
is her name.
Oh, wow.
But I do want to see that. Also, this is not a big spoiler because they kind of showed it in the trailer. But like, they are love interests in the movie,
Yeah.
and it just makes no fucking sense.
Sometimes you just go,
Like,
I don't know.
I mean, Kei Kwan is a perfectly attractive man, but he is likely 30 years older than her. I mean, truly might be 30 years older than her.
Love
which
knows
is
no bounds.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's just a lot, and it's weird. And like, it doesn't matter.
That's always tough for me. Like, I mean, it's like Catherine Zeta and what's his name? Oh my God,
Michael
my
Douglas?
brain. No. Entrapment
movie are we
is the
talking about?
movie. I think is. What it's
Oh,
called.
I don't remember who's in
Sean
Entrapment.
Connery.
Oh,
And you're
yes, yes.
Sometimes you just go, I get it. He's cool because he was James Bond, but this
Yeah.
age gap, which I guess she is with
Yeah,
there's
she's
huge
with a
age
really
gap,
old
but
guy.
yeah.
She might like really old guys.
But sometimes you just go, this just adds an extra layer where I'm like, I don't know.
this doesn't. I like if it works, it works.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes there's an old guy who looks young and a young girl who looks slightly older or something like that, where you can make it work. Or alternately, sometimes there's an old lady and a young man and they can make it work. But
Yeah.
it doesn't in this.
It doesn't, yeah.
Like you
poor
see
guy.
them about to kiss and you're like, man, this is the least chemistry I've ever seen.
What was the movie we just watched something? Oh, Wolfman. I thought the chemistry in that was
Yes, horrible
Whoa.
chemistry.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta get that chemistry right. I don't
think-
know.
Along with
takes.
putting lights up, it's one of the things we seem to have lost is chemistry
Yeah,
in movies.
didn't it-
No one, I don't know what's happened, if people just aren't horny anymore or what.
Yeah.
But like no one seems that attracted to each other, even in movies where they're supposed to be attracted to each other.
Or like there's intimacy coaches for the sex scenes, but they need like chemistry coaches
Yes.
for everything else. Because
Yes.
like I mean, even in Hard Eyes, for example, like it seemed like maybe the guy was into her, but she wasn't into him. Like
Yeah,
the whole
she didn't seem like she was into him.
she never crossed over into like this mutual chemistry. So
Yeah.
that has to be there too. It is interesting.
Especially if you're like, we're going all in on the romantic.
Going all in. Yeah.
What are we watching next week? Who knows?
I don't have a single effing clue.
Tweet at us if you know what we're watching. Give us 5 stars. Write us a review. Tell a friend. If you want to, and I don't know why you would be watching this on YouTube, but if you are, write a comment, please, for fuck's sake.
Just
It
comment,
helps so much with the
like,
algorithm.
subscribe, share it. Share the clips. Share the clips.
Tweet.
And if you see mean comments, like those comments. Get
Yeah.
them up. We comment back.
We want more mean comments because that's how you
So
grow.
you get to the top.
is mean comments.
That's all you
Say,
gotta do.
hey, fuck face, eat shit, or something. Anything you want to
Anything
say.
like that.
And it's make fun of Mampy, make fun of me,
Please. We're begging you.
make fun of my ugly fucking head.
I stopped
please.
looking at the notifications a long time ago. I learned my lesson. I went, I don't want to know.
This is what I look like. Okay, so on behalf of you, Mampy Hikes, I would like to say to all of the people out there, on behalf of me, Sean Parrott, bon appetit.